Good evening, everyone. My name is Malik Arslan Nisar, and I am a TA for this course, Numerical Linear Algebra. And today we are in the week 12 of the course, and we will be solving some sample problems which will be helpful for you in solving the assignment. So, I think we should get started. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible to you? Okay. So, would you like to summarize what you have gone through the week and whether or not you have solved the assignment? So basically, in this week, power method and Jacobi method was studied mainly, right? And today I'm solving the previous year assignment, but I think it is exactly the same as the assignment you have gotten. So if you are able to solve the assignment completely, then it's fine. If not, then this session will be very helpful for you because these are the, I guess, exactly the same questions. So I think we should get started. So the first question is, using power method, the dominant eigenvalue and corresponding eigenvector of the matrix one, two, 0, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 3, 1 after third iteration are given by. So basically you have to use power method to find the dominant eigenvalue and the corresponding eigenvector, but the number of iterations has been already specified that we have to go up to 3 iterations only. Okay. So have you done this question? If you cannot unmute, you can put in chat box also.
In assignment, similar problem.
Similar,
Not
yeah.
same.
I think basically the previous year assignment and this year assignment both are same. I'm prepared to share.
Then in the assignment question, the entries are 120 minus 2 1 2.
Oh yeah, it is -2 actually. Yes, it is -2.
Then it is the same. It is the same from assignment question.
Okay. So anyways, if you have solved it, then fine. If not, then you can look for the solution as well. So for the first step k equal to 1, what we do? We know that we take initial value, right? We take initial
Yes.
guess or initial value of y naught, okay, which is nothing but a
1 1 1.
111 transpose. According to the order of your matrix, you choose the length of this vector. Now we know that z1 is equal to what? Ay naught, right?
Okay.
And if you find this, it is coming out to be 315. Is it the same? You have to multiply just the A matrix with y naught and you get this column vector. Okay. Now for finding y1, we know that y1 is nothing but z1 upon the maximum of absolute value of z1, right? Now here the maximum value of z1 or maximum absolute value in z1 is 5, right? So we divide this column vector simply by 5. Okay, we divide it by 5. So it is coming out to be 0 0.6, 0 0.2 and 1. Okay. Now our first iteration is complete. So we move on to second iteration, and for k equal to 2, now we have this y1, what we take? We calculate z2. Z2 will be again equal to a into y1, right? Now again this A matrix, when you multiply it with y1, you get what? Tell me fast. What are you getting? If you have done it, if you have not done it, do it right now and tell me what is the value of z2. Kavita?
I'm doing now.
Okay. So you haven't done the assignment yet?
Some questions I did.
Okay. So multiply A matrix with this y1 and tell me what you are getting the value of z2.
Y2 is 0.2941.
I guess no. It is z2 you have to calculate. A into y1. A is already the matrix which has been given here, and y1 is this. Okay, you might be making a mistake, but it is coming out to be 1, 1 and 2.2. Okay. Now, going for y2, it will be what? Z2 upon maximum absolute value of z2. So what is the maximum absolute value of z2 here? It is 2.2. So you have to divide this whole thing by 2.2, and it is coming out to be 0.4545. The second entry is also 0.4545, and last one will be 1. Now for the third iteration, when k is equal to 3, what we calculate first is z3. Now z3 will be what? Here it will be a y2. Okay, you have to take zk plus 1 is equal to a yk. So it will be z3 is equal to a y2. Now tell me what a y2 is. Matrix A multiplied with this matrix, this column 0.4545. what is Z3 coming out to be?
1.3635.
The first entry will be 1.3636. The second entry is 1.5455 and 2.818. Okay.
Yes.
Now in this case, Y3 is equal to Z3 upon maximum absolute value of Z3, right? So you have to divide
2.8.
by 2.8182. So this, when you divide it, it comes out to be 0.4839, 0.5484 and 1. Okay. Now here you have to stop. Okay. So now to find the eigenvalue, you know that because in the question it was given that you have to take up the third iteration now. And we know that A2 Y2 is equal to lambda Y2. Okay. Say lambda 1 Y2. That is basically what the eigenvalue means. Okay. So it implies that for A2 Y2 is basically what? Sorry, not A2 Y2, it's AY2. AY2. Now AY2 is basically Z3 and this is Y2. So you basically have to divide every entry of Z3 by every entry of Y2 so that the ratio of each of the entries will be what? Equal to the eigenvalue, which should be same. Okay. So if you do this, okay, I will denote it like this. Z3 divided by Y2. It means every entry of Z3 divided by Y2. So that will be what? 1.3636 divided by 0.4839, which should be equal to 1.5455 divided by 0.5484, which should be equal to 2.8182 upon 1. So this is your eigenvalue, 2.8182. The dominant eigenvalue is this, and the corresponding eigenvector is this Y3. Okay. So here you have the eigenvalue and the corresponding eigenvector has been asked. So this is your eigenvalue, and let's call the eigenvector corresponding to this as 0.4839, 0.5484 and 1. Okay. This is your answer. Have you noted this down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's move to next question. So the second question is using inverse power method. The least dominant eigenvalue and corresponding eigenvector of the matrix. So the matrix is given as 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0 are given by. So here you have to use the inverse power method to find the least dominant eigenvalue. So can you tell me what is the inverse power method basically. Whatever you have understood. My screen is not
Screen is
visible.
not visible.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is inverse power method? Okay. See, we know that if there is a matrix A and it has eigenvalues lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, right? What will be the eigenvalues of A square? It will be lambda 1 square, lambda 2
Lambda
square, lambda
square.
3 square, right? What will be
Yes.
the eigenvalues of A inverse? It will be 1 upon lambda
1
1,
by
1 upon lambda 2, 1 upon lambda 3, right? Similarly, in power method, we are finding the dominant eigenvalue, okay, of A. Now, if we are finding dominant eigenvalue of A, then we can also find the least dominant eigenvalue of A by finding the dominant eigenvalue of A inverse, because the dominant eigenvalue of A inverse will be the least dominant eigenvalue of A, right? You just have to take the inverses. So to find the least dominant eigenvalue, we have this matrix say A. Now we will take its inverse, A inverse, and then we will follow the same procedure as we did in the previous question and find the eigenvalues, and among them we will find which is the least dominant eigenvalue. Okay, so uh, let's move to the solution. And why do we do this? Basically to find the least dominant eigenvalue, because in power method we can only find the dominant eigenvalue, right? You know that power method is just used to find the dominant eigenvalue and its corresponding eigenvector. Now what will be A inverse here in this question? Let's call it B. What is the inverse of A? Can you quickly tell me the inverse of this matrix? You can use your calculator. But simply solve it along with me. So A inverse is coming out to be minus 24, 18, 5, 20, minus 15, minus 4, minus 5,
minus 5,
4 and
4.
1. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what we do? We move to the first iteration, okay? Iteration 1. And we take initial guess as 1,
1.
1, 1, this vector, right?
Mm.
And here Z1 is equal to what? Here we do have to take B matrix, not A. Okay, we have to take this A inverse. So it will be B Y naught. Now, when you multiply this B into Y naught, it is coming out to be minus 1, 1 and 0 vector. Okay. Here if you want to check what lambda is, because here they have not specified the number of iterations you have to do, you just have to check for lambda. So lambda 1 will be Z1 upon Y naught. And if you find Z1 upon Y naught is coming out to be minus 1, 1 and 0, it is different. This ratio is not same. So your solution has not converged yet. So you have to keep on going. And here Y1 will be what? Y1 is Z1 upon maximum of z1. So the maximum absolute value is 1, so it will simply remain the same. Okay. Now we go to iteration 2. Here we calculate z2. Z2 will be what? It will be b y1. Now multiplying this B matrix with Y1. Can you tell me quickly what you are getting? Do it along with me.
Okay.
Have you done it already?
Actually, I done by some other method.
Okay, you have done by other
It's
method.
A Z1 equal to Y naught, and we get simultaneous equation, and solving those we get Z1.
Okay, if you're getting the
I
correct
get
answer,
something
it's
from the
fine.
lecture.
Huh?
I get this procedure from lecture video. I get this procedure. I
Okay, in
don't.
the same lectures?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, that is also fine. If in
No
lectures there is.
problem. I know.
Huh.
No issue.
So your answer should be same. So okay, I'll move
I
with
tried
this
this.
forward. Okay. Now when you
Okay, I
calculate.
tried this now.
Sorry?
I try this now. I'm doing, ma'am.
Yeah. Try to do it along with me and check if you're getting the same by both methods. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now Z2 will be what? BY1. And when you multiply this thing, it is coming out to be 42 minus 35 and 9. Okay. Now here also, if you go for lambda 2, it will be Z2 upon Y1, which is coming out to be minus 42 minus 35, and third one will be 9 by 0 infinity. Okay. Here also again it
I,
is different. So you move to the next iteration. Okay, so you calculate y2. Y2 will be what? Again z2 upon maximum absolute value of z2. Okay, which is coming out to be maximum absolute value is 42. So you divide z2 by it, and it will be 1 minus 0.8333 and 0.2143. Okay, this thing you are getting. Now, since here also lambdas are coming out to be different, you move to third iteration. Okay. Here Z3 is equal to B into Y2. Okay. Now, when you multiply the B matrix with this Y2 matrix, it will be a vector minus 0.0238. Second one is minus 0.0238. Okay. Please confirm if it is negative or the second one is positive. Uh, and 0. Now here lambda 3 is equal to Z3 upon Y2. It is coming out to be, yeah, this one here is positive. So it will be Z3 by Y2 will be what? Minus 0.0238. The second one will be minus 0.0286, and the third one will be 0. Now here you can see that all these lambdas are close to the same number, 0. Okay. So you can approximate here that yeah, lambda is coming out to be almost same. So you take lambda equal to minus 0.02. Okay. And the corresponding eigenvector is this y2. Okay. From the previous iteration, this is the corresponding eigenvector. Okay.
Actually, ma'am,
Huh?
this is Vikashri. Can I?
Sorry?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, in this particular thing, I just tried the problems in the assignment. So anyway, in the assignment, they have given the third order things and all, third iteration in the
Uh,
assignment. So that is very pretty clear how we have to do. But actually, when we are doing it, no, how do we know where do we have to stop? Because in the class, he has told up to some 10 y10 and
yeah.
y20 and all. So it will be very tedious, no? Like when we start doing these things. So
Yeah. See, there can be two patterns. One is they will specify how many iterations you have to do. Okay. One thing is that. Another, you have to check continuously, like I am doing. At each step, first you calculated z1, y1, then you calculate lambda 1 there. Okay. If lambda 1 is coming out to be different, because in here what you do, you divide every element of z1 by every element of y1, which basically gives you lambda, that is your eigenvalue. If it is coming out to be different, it means you have not, your solution has not converged. Here you can see it was minus 1 by minus 1, that was 1, 1 by 1 1, and third one was 0. So the all three eigenvalues were different, so it means your solution has not converged. In case 2, you see in iteration 2, lambda 2 is z2 upon y1, and again it is coming out to be minus 42, minus 35, and infinity. So all three are different, it's not the solution. In z3, you see the solution has converged, almost they are equal to 0. It's 0.0238, 0.0286, and it's 0. So they are close to 0. Here you can stop. So in exams also, if they have not specified the number of iterations, you just have to check at every step if your lambdas are coming out to be nearly
okay,
same, and your solution is that. Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So let's move to the next question. Okay. So the third question is, let A is equal to 5, 3, 4, 6, 8, 5, and 6, 2, 2. Okay. This has been given as your A matrix, and you have been given lambda 1 equal to minus 1 point, uh, yeah. Lambda 1 is equal to minus 1.5282, lambda 2 is equal to 2.8756, and lambda 3 is equal to 13.6526. Okay, so here all three eigenvalues have been given and the A has also been given. Now it is asking for the rate of convergence of power method.
Here it is lambda one, lambda two by lambda.
Yeah, so what will be the rate? You know that the dominant, the subdominant eigenvalue upon the dominant eigenvalue. Okay, you have to take their absolute values. So here it will be lambda 2 divided by what? Lambda 3, right?
Yes.
So it will be 2.8756 upon 13.6526. It is coming out to be what?
It is not
Zero
matching the
point.
options given there. Actually,
Sorry?
the answer is not matching to the options given there. I feel.
No, I guess it is matching. It's coming out to be 0.2106, right? I,
Yes.
so I
Okay.
think there is one option like this. I don't know because I'm solving the previous year assignment. I think it is
Correct.
exactly the same as new assignment, but in
Yes.
previous year it was there. Okay.
It is
Six.
exactly same.
Okay, okay, then it's fine. You might have made some mistake. You can
Okay.
check
Okay.
once. Okay.
Okay. This is 0.2106.
Yeah. So now question 4 is again almost the same. You have been given a
Same.
matrix 214, 436, 998. Okay, this is your matrix, and your eigenvalues are given as lambda 1 equal to 3.0346, lambda 2 is equal to 15.9934, and lambda 3 is equal to 0.0412. Again, you have been asked the rate of convergence of the power method. It will be here, in this case it will be lambda 2 by lambda 1, right? Sorry, lambda 1 by lambda 2. So it will be lambda 1 by lambda 2. It is 3.0346 upon 15.9934. So it is coming out to be what? 0.1897. Okay. So clear till here?
Yes.
Now let's move to next question. Okay. Matrix A has been given.
Matrix A is given and we need to find the least dominant eigen.
Matrix A is given as 4, 0, 16, 4, 12, 4, and it's 8, 16, and minus 4. So this is your matrix A. Then the rate of convergence of power method with shift. So the shift is given as rho is equal to 16. To compute least dominant eigenpair for the shifted matrix B is equal to A minus rho I is. So basically you have been given a matrix A, and the origin shift also has been provided to you as 16. So basically for the matrix B, which is A minus rho I, you have to find the least dominant pair for that matrix. Okay. So how you would do that?
Actually, we will find out that B is equal to A minus rho I. We
Yeah.
get that matrix and we find the eigenvalues of that. The
Yeah.
eigenvalues are 6, 4, and 2. It's okay, ma'am?
No, I think eigenvalues you have calculated incorrectly. Eigenvalues are 4, minus 12, and minus 2.
Minus 12, minus 28.
Yeah, Kavita, your
Yes.
answers are matching, na? So maybe you
Yes.
have made some mistake, but eigenvalues you calculate. Then for the
Actually,
eigenvalue,
the B matrix is 14, 10, minus 10, 23, 3, 3, 35, 11, minus 5, right?
No.
no,
No.
it's 4 minus 16. No, it will be minus
16.
12. You have to just subtract from the diagonal entries because it's rho I. So,
Okay.
Okay. So the solution, I'm doing it here. So the B matrix will be A
Sorry,
minus.
I was reading out different answer because
Okay, you are reading different answer. It's fine.
different question. Sorry, the next question. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. So here when we calculate B matrix, it's coming out to be what? 4 minus 16, that's minus 12, then 0 and 16, it will be 4. It will be 12 minus 16, it's minus 4, 4.
Yeah,
And
4
the third
minus
will-
12 minus 28, no? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So now when you calculate the eigenvalues of B, which you have already done, it is coming out to be 4, minus 12, and minus
Minus
28. Now for least dominant pair. Now for the least dominant pair, what you do is you take the inverse of these, right? You take
Right.
the inverse of these eigenvalues. So it will be 1 by 4, minus 1 by 12, and minus 1 by 20. And from those, you will decide which two are the dominant and subdominant. And it will be what? 1 by 12 will be subdominant and 1 by 4 will be dominant. Okay, because you're taking the magnitude, otherwise it is
Yes.
here negative. So it will be 1 by 12 divided by 1 by 4. It will be 1 by 3, which is equal to 0.33. Right?
Right.
So moving to the next question. We have the next question is based on Jacobi's method. Okay. So using
1 second now. That question number 2, I think I joined a bit late. If you can, because that we are going to Jacobian, no? We are shifting from our powers to Jacobian. If you don't mind,
in this
repeat
question too,
question.
this question.
Yeah, that is using power series. Yeah, okay, yeah. That is it.
You want me to explain it again?
Yes, quickly, maybe not elaborately, but at least.
Yeah,
If-
fine. See, using inverse power method, the least dominant eigenvalue and corresponding eigenvector of the matrix is are given by. I don't know what method they have teached in lectures. I did it simply by taking first what? Inverse of this matrix. Okay.
Yeah,
So this matrix, as you take its inverse, you are getting this matrix. Now, basically, the catch here is that for a matrix A, if you have eigenvalues, say lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, you know that for its inverse, it will be 1
one
upon
by
lambda 1, 1 upon lambda 2, and 1 upon lambda 3.
so
So
same.
if the dominant, if you are finding the least dominant for this, it means you have to find the dominant one of A inverse. And what is basically power method giving us? Power method gives us the dominant eigenvector, right?
Yes,
As
yes.
it converts, it gives us the dominant eigenvector. So if we find the dominant eigenvector for A inverse, that simply means we are finding the least dominant eigenvalue for
A.
A. So that is how we do it. We simply take A inverse here. Then again we do
that
this.
procedure. Yes.
Yeah. So you know the procedure, or should I explain it?
No, the procedure that we, whatever we told, no, z is equal to b into y naught, and that y1 is equal to z2 by y1. That is how we need to do it. That
Yeah.
same steps will be followed, but it will be a different matrix.
Yeah. So understood?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only thing
Yeah.
that first line, no, that inverse,
Yeah.
least inverse will be dominant in the other matrix. That is
Okay.
yeah.
So so now coming to question number 6, using Jacobi's method, the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix A. Matrix A has been given as 1 under root 2, 2, root 2, 3, root 2, 2, root 2, and 1 are given by. So anyone wants to summarize what the Jacobi method does?
Actually, I have not gone through these lectures yet to go through.
Okay, so Kavita, you?
Jacobi method. You just take half diagonal, largest half diagonal entries, and using rotational matrix form something.
Okay. So in
For finding
Jacobi,
the eigenvalue and eigenvector, actually we use it for finding eigenvalue, eigenvector. For eigenvalues, initially we take the given matrix as on D naught, then find D1 by using rotational matrix R1 transpose A R1. Then how to form a rotational matrix, that is also given.
yeah. So basically, these questions are pretty simple because they have a specified algorithm. You just have to follow that. You have been given a matrix A. Okay, you form its rotation matrix, and for that you have a specified procedure that I'll tell you how. When you form that rotation matrix, after that you calculate another matrix, say D1. That is R1 transpose A R1. The catch here is that we have to try to make the D1 close to a diagonal matrix. So until the D1 or D2, D3, whatever, until it reaches a diagonal matrix, you don't have to stop, you have to perform the iterations. Okay.
Yes.
And in this Jacobi's method, there is one important thing, that this matrix should be a real symmetric matrix. You can see here it is a symmetric matrix, right? It's a minus, yeah, sorry, root 2 here, root 2 here, 2 here,
Yes.
2 here. So it should be a real symmetric matrix, only then you can follow this Jacobi rotation method. Okay. So now, as I said, that for this you have to form the rotation matrix. Now, how to form that rotation matrix? We first calculate tan of 2 theta. Now, how to calculate this theta? You have to check for the largest non-diagonal entry. Okay, largest non-diagonal entry you have to check which one is there. So in this case, it is this 2, right?
Yes.
So this 2 is your largest uh, like off diagonal matrix. So you write it as 2, then aij upon aii into ajj. So this 2 aij. Now, as you have chosen which is the largest entry, that is this 2, you put it here. Now for this 2, what is the I and what is the j? I is what? 1 and j is 3. In this case, I is 1 and j is 3. So you mean, it means that aii is equal to 1. Sorry, it's not into, it's minus here. So aii here is a11, that is 1, and minus ajj. Ajj is what? A33. A33 is also equal to 1. So it will be what? 4 upon 0, which is infinity. So it means if tan 2 theta is infinity, then 2 theta is equal to what? Pi by 2, which implies theta is equal to
So,
pi by 4, right? So this is how you find the theta. Now for the rotation matrix, you know that rotation matrix are of the form cos theta minus sin theta, cos theta. Now
here we are having that symmetry. So if you take the 3 1 also, it will remain the same because it is symmetric. 2 we have
Yes.
taken 1 and 3. If you take it as 3 and 1 also, it is the same.
That is no problem.
Right?
yeah, yeah,
Because we are calculating it for symmetry, real symmetry.
yeah.
Right.
Okay. So now when you are forming the rotation matrix, say R1 in this case, it will be what? Here you have taken 1, 3.
1, 3.
Okay. So in 1, 3 also in 1, 3 it means that your first, I will show you how. It's cos theta 0 minus sin
Minus
theta
9.
0 1 0 sin theta 0 cos
0
theta.
cos theta.
So basically 1 and 3 decide where it should be. Okay, so this is the format for 1 and 3. If it were 1 and 2, then these first two would be occupied, and 1 would be here. It would be, if it would have been 1 and 2, it would be cos theta minus sin theta here, sin theta here, and cos theta here. Okay, so as you do it, you will know. So for 1 and 3, you form the rotation matrix like this. Now putting theta is equal to pi by 4 here, it will be what? Cos of pi by 4 is 1 upon root 2.
Yes.
It will be 1, sorry, 0. and it will be minus 1 by root 2. Then it will be 0, 1, 0, and the third also 1 upon root 2, 0, 1 upon root 2. So this is your R1 matrix. Now from this R1 you have to form D1. D1 is
D1.
what? R1 transpose into A into R2.
R.
Okay. Can you quickly tell me what is this value coming out to be? If you have done it already. If not, then try to do it now.
Actually, this question explained in lecture itself.
Lecture also, the same question.
Same.
Oh, okay. So
But for finding the rotational matrix, they give some other algorithm directly. Instead of finding theta, it gives some directly cos theta, sin theta. For finding cos theta, sin theta, it gives some other algorithm. Okay, it is, I know the some other method.
okay. Fine. If the answer is coming same, then it's fine.
Yes.
So here what we do, okay, D1 is coming out to be, you can just verify if it's the same. It's 3, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 1. Okay.
Yes.
Now again,
R1 is the above matrix, no? 1 by root 2, 0,
Yeah.
and these things.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
you
is-
have written the answer directly. Okay.
yeah, I have
Yes.
written the answer directly because obviously multiplying 3 matrices, you can simply do it on calculator also. No? If you want to do it, you can do it right now because obviously in tutorial session you should solve questions. If you have not done it at home, you can do it now and verify if the answer is coming out to be same or not.
Okay.
Now, since our first iteration is complete, we have calculated R1 D1. Now look here, D1 is still not diagonal. Okay,
Yes.
still we have non-zero entries at this position and this position, right?
Diagonal
So what we do is we again follow the same procedure. We find first tan theta, okay, tan 2 theta. In this case, the greatest non-zero entry is this 2 only, okay. So we will
1, 2.
take 2 into 2 upon AII. It is 1 comma 2. So AII is 3 minus A22 is what? Again 3. So it will be in 4 upon 0, which is infinity. So here again, it's coming out to be same. So 2 theta is what? Pi by 2, which implies theta is what? Pi by 4.
5 by 4.
Understood till here? How we got this?
This is the same formula we are applying tan to
Yeah.
where
So, but here see,
Aij
we have to take
divided
Aij. This Aij is what? A12. In this case, Ij is 1, 2. So it will be Aii and A22. Sorry, A11 minus A22. A11 is 3. A22 is also 3. Right?
3. Yes.
That is how you get the denominator and how you get the numerator. Okay. So again, this is coming out to be the same. 2 theta, 2 theta is coming out to be pi by 2. Theta is equal to pi by 4. So here now we again form what?
R2
R2.
will be again equal to R1 because theta we got as pi by 4. Same.
Yeah, but it will not be same because in that case our entry was 1 comma 3. This was 1 3.
Okay.
Here it is 1 2. So you will choose it as cos theta minus sin theta 0. You will occupy the 1 and 2. Okay. Then sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1.
1.
Okay.
Yes.
This is how you find R2. Now it will come out to be 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 0. Then 1 by root 2. Okay, let me write it here. So R2 will be 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 0. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0. Then 0, 0 and 1. Okay.
Yes. Only the
Now you find D2. How you find D2?
R2 transpose.
R2 transpose
D1.
D1. Here you don't take A.
R2.
Okay, now your A is become D. So R2 transpose D1 into R2. Okay, it is coming out to be what?
5 0
5
0
0 0 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1.
minus 1.
Now see, this is a diagonal matrix, okay? And here you have to stop because you have reached your eigenvalues. This 5 is your first eigenvalue, 1 is second eigenvalue, and minus 1 is third eigenvalue. So lambda 1 is equal to 5, lambda 2 is equal to 1, and lambda 3 is equal to minus 1. Now how to find those eigenvectors corresponding to these? You have to do nothing but you have to simply calculate R. R is what? Your R1 into R2. Okay. If you had reached up to 5 iterations, then you would have to do it like R1 into R2 into R3 into R4 into R5. The number of iterations you perform, that many number of rotation matrices you have to multiply, and that will give you a final rotation matrix. Now when you multiply R1 by R2, if you have done it, tell me. If you not, do it now and tell me what is R1 into R2. Multiply R1 matrix with R2 and tell me what is R2. Are you solving it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Take your time and tell me.
One by two minus 1/2 minus 1/√2
Yeah, it's 1 by 2
minus
minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by root 2.
1 by
Second.
root 2
Yeah.
1 by root 2 0
Uh,
1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 1 by root 2.
yeah.
Kavita
So-
ji, right?
Yeah. So now these are the corresponding eigenvectors. This lambda equal to 5, the eigenvector is this. For lambda equal to 2, eigenvector is this, and lambda equal to 3, eigenvector is this column. Okay, understood? So this one is basically, this is basically V1, this is basically V2, and this is basically V3. Okay. So noted till here.
Yes.
So let's move to another question, but I want you people to solve it. Okay, I don't know if this is also assignment question only. You have been given a matrix A equal to 2 minus 1 0 minus 1 2 and minus 1, and then it's 0 minus 1 and 2. So in the question you have to find R2. Okay, find the second rotation matrix. So quickly try it now and tell me what you are getting. You have to do nothing. First, you have to calculate theta, then similarly calculate R1, then D1, and then R2. Calculate theta.
Here theta will be actually maximum value on diagonal will be 0, right? We'll have to take 0 here.
No, the purpose of the diagonal entry is to make, and yeah, first thing is there that when you take the maximum value, you have to take the absolute. Okay,
Okay, it is
whether,
not with sign, it is absolute. Okay, so it
yeah,
will be 1.
and the thing is here, our purpose for doing this method is that we want to make all the entries zero except the diagonal entry, so that our
Okay.
diagonal entries are eigenvalues and all others are zero. Now if it's already given as zero, you don't have to consider it. Correct, you, they have
Yes,
already been given zero, so you have to consider one. Okay,
right.
but while calculating tan theta, you have to put the value of aij along with the sign. Okay.
Yes. So this will again be infinity
No. See,
minus
there
2.
you have to check. It will be minus infinity, not infinity.
Yeah, okay. Minus,
Okay.
okay, because we are taking sign.
Yeah.
So it will be minus pi by 4.
So these four steps you have to follow here and tell me what you are getting. Then we'll quickly go through the solution.
So minus 2 into 1 divided by 2 minus 2, that is minus infinity. So theta will be minus pi, right? Then the matrix here, we'll have to take it as uh, AIG. Cos theta minus sin theta 0. Sin theta cos theta 0, 0, 0.
Yes.
R1 equal to Madam R1 is
1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0,
uh,
minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 0, 0, 1.
you read it column wise.
Row wise. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, minus 1 by root
Row
2.
1 by root row 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 0.
Okay, you tell me what is the first column coming out with.
1 by root 2 1 by root 2 0 because cos minus sin 0 sin cos 0.
Yeah, but sine of minus pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2, na?
Actually, in the lecture procedure, we are not find the theta directly. We find out sin and cos theta value. We are not find out theta value. They give some other procedure. So directly we get the cos theta value, sin theta value. We find some omega and mu,
Okay,
then cos sin. We are not find theta.
but then, but R2 is my R2 is matching with the solution, I guess.
Yes, me too. Actually, I need to complete that because it's an assignment question. The
Maybe
same
the
answer.
procedure may be different and the steps
Yeah,
may be
maybe at
different,
the
but
end
the
it is coming out to be
Mm.
same because we are multi.
Actually, it is a symmetric. We are dealing
Yeah.
with the symmetric matrix only. So the answers are same,
Hmm.
but it will.
ma'am, what you told is 1 by root 2 row wise, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 0 minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 0 0 0 1.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is what I am getting.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
okay, then you can form D1
Yes.
and calculate again theta and then form R. Okay, let me go through the solution also. Meanwhile, you keep on doing your, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So here for first we find tan theta 2, which is equal to 2 into minus 1 upon it will be 0. Okay, simply. So it implies theta is equal to 2 theta is equal to minus pi by 2. It implies theta is equal to minus pi by 4. Now while making R1, it is cos theta, sin theta 0, sin theta, cos theta, sorry, it's minus sin theta here, then 0, 0, 1. So R1 will be cos of minus pi by 4, minus sine of minus pi by 4, then 0, then sine of minus pi by 4, cos of minus pi by 4, 0, 0, 0, 1. So it is coming out to be 1 by root 2 minus of minus 1 by root 2, it is 1 by root 2 0, then it will be minus 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 0, then 0, 0, 1. Okay, so this is your R1 matrix. Now after calculating R1, you calculate D1. D1 is equal to what? R1 transpose A R1. Tell me what is the value of this thing coming out. Kavita, have you done it?
Yes.
Yeah, what is your D1 coming out to
My
be?
D1 is 1 0 minus 1 by root 2.
Okay, mine is different. And the
0
second?
3 minus 1 by root 2. 0 3 minus 1 by root 2.
Okay.
Minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 2.
Okay, I think your first row is my second row. So it is coming out to be that. Okay, no problem. We'll see if R2 is coming out to be same or not.
Hmm.
So you calculated D1? What's your name? Vijaya?
No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Calculate your D1 and tell me
Yeah.
so that we can move forward. Um, I'll check your method also, Kavita, because I don't think rotation matrix should be coming into play. I'll check that method also. Okay. Okay. What is your final answer coming out to be? What is the value of R2?
0.8880 minus 0.4596.
Yeah, and the second row is 010, and the last row is 0.45970 and 0.8801, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is coming out to be same.
Hmm.
Fine, I'll still check the method you're talking about. So, okay. Now, D1 is coming out to be 3, 0, 1 by root 2, 0, 1, minus 1 by root 2, and the last one is 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, and 2. Okay.
Based on the first column. Okay. First column and second column change.
Sorry?
Uh,
First,
both the answers, the first column entries and second column entries are changed. Sorry,
same.
rows columns.
I'm not getting your point.
No, no problem.
Okay, is it
I'm
fine?
just comparing my answers. I'm just comparing my answers with your answer. There is some changes in uh, the entries. First column entries comes in second columns. So,
Yeah, as you also said, I told you, na, I think your first column or row is interchanged. In my case, it's coming out
interchange.
to be a
Oh,
row.
that's all.
So tan theta, I
Yes.
think basically both the methods will give eventually the same answer, but I'll still go through what how you are doing it. So here tan 2 theta is 2 into, now here the largest off diagonal entry is this 1 by root 2, right? So
By
it
root
is 2 into 1 by root 2 upon a11 is 3 minus
3
a33
minus
is
2.
2. So it will be root 2. Okay. Now here when you find theta on calculator, it is coming out to be 0.47766 radian. Okay. It's in radians. Now when you find R2, here also R2 will be what? In 1 and 3 only. So it will be cos theta 0 minus sine theta, then 0 1 0, then it will be sine theta 0 and cos theta. Okay, so when you put the value this cos of this radian 0.47766 radian, it is coming out to be 0.8801. This will be 0 and this will be minus 0.4597. It will be 0 1 0. Now sine theta will be 0.4597, 0 and 0.8801. So this is your second rotation matrix and that is what has been asked in the question. Okay,
Okay.
understood here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Are you getting the same answer?
Actually, I'm a little bit slow.
No problem. You can try to do it.
Yeah, I will do that one because it is so much of calculation is there. No?
Yes.
I'll do that. Actually, I have done, and I'm still calculating the first D.
Okay, it's fine. If you need more time, you can ask me because it's better to solve in the class only. That will increase your speed also. It will help you in exams if
Right.
you have registered for.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
Yeah. So, okay. Can you read out the eighth question of the assignment? Anyone?
Uh, Using Jacobi's method to find all the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of the matrix 501, 0 minus 2, 0, 0, 5. The first rotation matrix is given by. I think here we need to take
Okay, you
the.
have to find the first rotation matrix only.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
it is
here,
simple. Try to find it now quickly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
A matrix has been given 5, 0, 1, 0 minus 2, 0, 1, 0, and 5. And using Jacobi's method, find the first rotation matrix. Okay. Tell me the answer simply.
1. So it is 1 by 0 infinity, right? So it is 1 by root 2 0 minus 1 by root 2
Yeah. So
0
simply
1 0
tan theta 2 theta
by
here
root
is
0.
2 by 0. So it will be it will imply pi by 2 is theta is equal to pi by 2, sorry, 2 theta is equal to pi by 2, theta is equal to pi by 4. So our first rotation matrix will be what? Cos of theta
Cos
0
theta
minus
0.
sine of theta, then 0 1 0, then sine of theta 0 and cos of
Yes.
theta. Okay,
Cos
this will
theta.
be our first rotation matrix. Now moving to the next question.
using Jacobi's method, the eigenvalues and eigenvector of matrix A 501 0 minus 2 same
The
like
same question, eigenvalue, eigenvector.
yeah. So we need to go and find the diagonal matrix by that procedure, and then find out the
Yeah. So the question 9 is simply a extension of question 8. Now
yeah.
R1 you have found out. Quickly find D1. Let me call this part 1 and part 2 is find all. D1 will be R1 transpose A into R1. Tell me the value of this thing. Hello? Calculated D1?
Doing it, madam, doing it.
Yeah, okay. please tell me when you're done.
Yeah. 6000 minus 2.
Yeah, it's 600, then it's 0 minus 20, it will be 004, right?
00. Yeah.
Huh. So here you can see that your solution has converged because all other
Yes.
elements have become 0. So you don't need
Zeros.
to go further.
Correct.
So what will be your lambda 1?
12.
6.
Sorry, 6.
Lambda 2 is minus 2 and lambda 3 will be
4.
4. And what will be the corresponding vectors? For lambda is equal to 6, V1 is what?
That is R1, whatever R1 vector
Yeah,
we
that is 1 by root 2, 0,
1 by
1
2,
by root.
0, 1 by root
V2 will be
0, 1, 0.
0, 1, 0. And V3 will be what?
Minus 1 by root 2, 0.
Minus 1 by root 2, 0 and 1 by root 2. Okay.
Yes.
So,
I think this was pretty fast.
yeah. Now, moving to question number 10. It is of the assignment only. Can you read it out for me?
Yeah, yeah. Taking rho is equal to 85 and applying the power method with shift. The least dominant eigenpair of A 99, 10, minus 10, 23, 88, 3, 35, 11, 80 is given by.
And you have to find the least dominant pair.
Dominant. Means we need to find out least dominant of this A, in the sense we need to find out.
Okay. Matrix with shift.
B is equal to A minus rho I.
Kavita or you, have you done it on your own end?
Actually, I have done that
No,
when I
ma'am.
found out the vectors using MATLAB, but not by
See,
this.
I have done it, but my answers are not matching with that of assignment. That is why I'm asking you. Kavita, have you done it or you have reached the answer which is matching with the solution?
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you also not, Vijaya.
I have done it, but only thing is, I was not able. Actually, I did not go through this. What to say? Lecture. So maybe I was not knowing how. I found out the eigenvectors and eigenvalues. Then the eigenvalues
Yes.
for matrix, that is A
6,
minus
4, 2.
rho rho I got those values. Further, I did not know what to do, so I just left it.
Okay.
Actually, I tried the eigenvalues. The least one is I get the 2. But the answers nearly the given answers are 1.9996.
Yeah, the answers are not matching. In my case
Yeah.
also,
Actually, they are not
I
matching.
found out that the solution is incorrect. I mean, I guess the answers are incorrect. I would mail
What
it
did
in
you get the eigenvalues?
at the final stage. My lambda is coming out to be 0.50029,
Okay.
close to this. It is at 11th iteration. I have done till 11
Actually,
iteration.
the least dominant eigenvalue is 2 for the given matrix. The
See,
eigenvalues
I'll
are
tell you what I have done in this case. You have been
uh,
given the shift also, the matrix A also, and you have to find the least dominant pair. Okay. So basically, what we do
mm,
is that we define a matrix first, that is A minus rho I. Okay, because that is the
mm,
shifted
mm,
matrix. Okay.
yes,
For that, you take its inverse first. Okay, inverse of that matrix,
yes,
and follow the same
mm,
procedure for that thing. And eventually, when you reach to the like eigenvalues or the dominant eigenvalue of that will be the least dominant eigenvalue for A. Again, as we did in question number 2 or 3, I guess.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
procedure is the same,
Mhm.
but this is a bit lengthy. It went up to 11 iterations. So I will show you on MATLAB only, okay?
okay.
Because it's not possible to do it on paper. So let me share my screen here.
But in exam point of view, they provide only the normal virtual calculator. That's all.
Yeah, but in exam point of view, they will not give you such question as far as I'm, because see, other questions were pretty simple, right? You were able to
Mm.
solve them on paper only. So I think that is how you will do it in exam. Also, in exam, they won't give such huge questions which are not solvable.
Maybe they will give that straight no second thing or second iteration or
Yeah,
something where it
either
is
they
much.
will mention up to how many iterations you have to go, or they will give something which is
Mm.
converging fast. So don't worry about that, because instructors, they definitely think about these things.
Similarly, in the previous, I think week 10 also we had that
Yeah, in SVD.
iteration. Yes.
SVD, there were like lengthy questions.
Actually, for this question, I tried the way which you say now. A minus rho I, then I find the inverse.
Huh.
For that matrix, directly I calculated the eigenvalues. So the eigenvalues are 1 by 6, 1 by 4, 1 by 2. So
Yes.
that is the inverse eigenvalues of the inverse. So the original eigenvalues of the original matrix is somewhat the least one is 2. So that's why I take 1.996, which is the nearest to the value. Because if you follow the powers method, it is a
Huh.
numerical one. It gives some approximated value only. So in the sense, I pick 1.996. That is the answer.
Okay, I understood how you have done it, but since it was mentioned that you have to follow power method, that is why I did it by power method.
Okay.
So it's fine. I'll check it once. I will also check it with the instructor if there is any, like, I will tell them. I'll mail them. So if there
Hmm.
is any correction or anything, they will let you know. Is my screen visible now?
It's loading.
No,
How is it for you, Kavita? Actually, it came up
no,
and now
no.
it has gone. In the middle,
Yeah,
it had
it's
for
showing
some
loading in my case also. Wait a second.
this few minutes back, it screen had come and then now it is loading.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are at Kharagpur.
Sorry?
You are at Kharagpur, IIT Kharagpur, or you
No,
are
no,
from
IIT Kanpur.
Kanpur.
Wait a second. Let me start again. I think you have joined the session for the first time, Vijaya, right?
I joined long time back and then with I think first session and then today last session
Okay.
because every time I look forward it would get postponed and that postponed session I would never.
No, it's fine. Actually, I had mailed them already that last few sessions I will not be able to take, so make them permanently on Sunday.
Okay.
So, okay. I think my screen is still not visible.
Yes, it's not visible.
Yeah.
Now is it coming?
Yeah, the screen is now it says loading.
Basically, MATLAB online is slow. That is why. Okay, let me start it first. Is it visible now? I guess it is visible now.
Yes, yes.
So basically, first we will define the matrix A, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this here. So A matrix will be what? 99, 10, minus 10, then it's 23, 88,
3,
3, and then it's 35,
11, 8,
11, and
80.
80. Okay. Now this is your A matrix, and now I will define row. Okay. Row is given as
85.
85. Now my B matrix, which is the matrix A with shift, it will be what? A minus row into identity matrix, right?
Yes.
So my B will be A minus row I. So that is coming out to be this. Now I will take the inverse of this matrix. Fine. So this will be my inverse. Now for this C matrix, I will perform the power method and wait till the solution converges. Okay. So here also I will take y naught as what? My initial guess will be 1,
1.
1. It is 1, comma 1, comma 1. So this will be my initial guess, and my Z1 will be what? C into y naught. Now here I define lambda equal to Z1 by y naught. That is every entry of Z1 divided by every entry of y naught.
It is that, okay, lambda.
So lambda is basically eigen. I am checking for eigenvalues. Now see here, it is coming out to be different, right? My dominant eigen value, it should be same for all, like it should be same, but it's coming out to be different, minus 1, 4 and 3. So our solution has not converged yet. Now we go for z2, right? Z2 is, how we find Z2? C into y1, right?
Right.
Wait a second, I have to define
So that is
y1 first.
divided by max of that value.
Yeah,
right?
y1 first I have to define, I have not defined it. So y1 will be what? Z1
Divide by
by
max.
max of absolute value of Z1,
Z.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now after defining y1, my z, I have to define z2. So z2 will be what? C into
Y1.
y1. Okay, C into y1. Now here is my z2, and now I find lambda 2. Okay, lambda 2 will be what? Z2 by y1. So see, here again also it's not still converged. Okay, so I find what? y2, right?
Yeah, y2 is equal to z2.
y2 will be z2
divided by max
divided by
of y2.
y1, correct?
And max of y1.
Sorry. Z2 by maximum of absolute value of z, yeah, z2, right?
Yes.
So this will be my y2. Now I will go for z3, right?
Yes, z3 is equal to
Z3 is equal to C into y2, and lambda 3 I have to write here is equal to Z3 divided by y2, right? So see, now you can see that it is converging a bit. It's coming out to be 0.607 and 0.6689, but still it's not coming out to be same. So we'll keep on moving further. Okay. So now we will go for y3, right? Y3 will be what? Z3 divided by maximum absolute value of Z3, right? Now Z4 will be what? C into y3, right?
Yes.
And lambda 4.
Actually, we have to wait till second decimal convergence because already first decimal it has converged in lambda there.
Yeah, we'll see. I have gone to 11th iteration. We can do it like you can converge it before that, because at 11th iteration it was coming out to be same up to 3 decimal points. Okay, so you can take up to 2 decimal points also. It's your choice. So lambda 4 is here what? Z4, right? Z4
divided by
y3. So yeah, here also see, it's still fluctuating. First it came out to be 0.666. So 1 is also not coming out to be stable. We will still keep moving on. Now it is, we have to find y4, right?
Yeah.
So y4 will be what? Z3 divided by maximum absolute value of Z3, sorry, Z4. It is Z4 actually. There also. It will be Z4 divided by maximum absolute value of Z4. So this is our Y4. Now Z5 will be what? C into Y4. So this is our Z5. And what is our lambda 5?
Lambda 5 will be equal to
Lambda 5 will be equal to Z5
divided by
Y4.
4.
Right?
Yes.
So see, now the first decimal place has become stable. Okay, it's not changing. If you want to converge till more, you can go on. If not, then you can stop here and your eigenvalues will be what? This Y4, right? This will be your, this will be your eigenvector, which is minus 0.1598, then 1, then 0.805, and your lambda is equal to 0.5. Okay.
Yes.
If you want to stop, we can stop here also. Now from here, let me. So you understood till here, no?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Now let me stop sharing here. And
actually, then the second value also we'll need to find out, and the third will be sum of the trace.
yeah. If you want to find all three, was it mentioned you have to find all three? No, we had to find only the least dominant.
Least. So this is the dominant, and 1 by this will be least. No, otherwise this itself is least for the actual matrix.
See, now here, okay, is my screen visible now?
Yes.
So here our lambda came out to be what? 0.5, and our eigenvector was minus 0.15. What were the other? Minus 0.15, then it was 1, then it was 0.80. Okay, something like that. So this is our dominant eigenvalue, and this is our dominant. This is the eigenvector corresponding to A. Now the least dominant eigenvalue of A minus rho I will be what? It will be 1 upon 0.5, because it is the dominant one of A inverse, A minus rho I ka inverse, right? This is the dominant one for A minus rho I inverse. Now the least dominant for A minus rho I will be 1 upon 0.5. So that will be equal to 2. So it implies if lambda is the least dominant eigenvalue of A minus rho I, then see, in the question they have asked for A, not A minus rho I, right? They have asked find the least dominant pair for this matrix. You have to find for this matrix. Okay.
A.
So for A it will be what? Lambda minus rho will be equal to 2. Right? You know that the eigenvalues also get shifted. So lambda minus rho will be 2. What you are finding is for the shifted matrix. So lambda minus rho will be 2. So what will be lambda? I will write here lambda A. Okay. So lambda A, it will be 2 plus rho, which
85.
is 2 plus 85, which is equal to 87. Now for that shifted matrix, this is your 0.5 is your this least dominant value, and this is the corresponding vector. But you have to find the least dominant pair for the matrix A. Okay. Now the answers were not matching. But I think the procedure is standard. If you're doing it by power method, you have to do it like this only. But the options are not matching. I will reach out to the instructor once, and if there is any update, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay.
So have you noted this down?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And Kavita, I have some questions like as you asked that you need some practice questions. I will upload it in the presentation folder only. Okay. Today I have gotten them. I'll upload it by 12. Okay. And probably this is the last session, but maybe there will be one more session for 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
So that might be possibly on this Tuesday. Sorry, not Tuesday, Thursday. It might be there. So you will get updated. Okay.
So these practice questions, where can I find them? Like if it is happening all the time. No, you just mentioned that you're going to upload it at some.
Yeah, I have not uploaded it previously. Now I'm uploading because they demanded, like some of the students said that they
Right.
want practice questions. You have that link shared na for the presentation folder where the YouTube links and the that
Right.
must have been shared with you.
Right. That in that one, I'm not finding this problems sheets anyway. It says download videos, weekly feedback, and text transcript books.
No,
And
I think let me share my screen and uh,
Kavita, you are able to see that?
do you have this something like this? Do you have access to something like this? I think you should have. Hello? Hello? Wait a
Yeah.
second. So do you have access to this sheet? Hello? Am I audible?
We are able to see your screen. Okay.
Okay, I'm not audible. So
No,
now I'm audible.
no, no, no.
So
Yes, audible.
do you have
Yes.
access to this sheet now? So this in this folder I'll apply that.
This one
The
Excel sheet.
screen is not visible.
Sorry.
Screen not visible.
Screen is visible.
Screen is visible, I think.
Oh, I think for me there is some network issue.
Yeah, but actually she is sharing an Excel sheet. This Excel sheet is not there. We do.
Kavita, do you have the link to the access to that Excel file or Excel sheet? There is written week 1, week 2 up to week 12, then the YouTube link, then the presentation folder, TA name, PMRF ID, and meeting attendance.
We don't have this. We have something like no only that week presentation. Presentation means only the YouTube link that is only there.
So
And
I
then
think presentation folder link must be there because I have. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me share it in the chat box. Okay,
yeah,
and tell me if you are able to access it or not. Please open it and you can save it and tell me if this is accessible.
right. Actually, yes, yes. Here it says we have gone to the drive. Only up to tutorial week 10 is there now.
Yeah, I will upload week 11 and week 12 also today,
Yeah.
and then the other questions also. Okay, I'll name them.
And then along with these slides, you're telling that you'll be sharing that problem still.
Yeah, sharing some problems, and if possible, I'll share one or two books in this. Okay,
Sure.
which might be helpful for you. Okay. So, are there any other queries, or should we end the session?
Actually, because for me, the last two videos I'm yet to go, have not yet gone through.
Okay. No
I
problem.
just,
You can do it whenever you get time.
this one was very much helpful, at least the procedure and how to do the
Okay.
Japanese.
Thank you. So, when is your exam going to be for this course?
Numerical, right?
Yeah,
Numerical is on Sunday.
this Sunday.
Yes.
28,
Oh,
28.
okay. So there is
28
less.
April.
Okay, because I
Okay.
have 4 papers. Okay, research methodology is on this Sunday. So,
Okay. Okay. So you still
RX.
have time. Prepare well for the
On,
exams. Okay. All the best.
thank
I
you.
think we
In
should
case
end the
we
session
need
now.
some more any doubts clarification in between, we will have one more in between.
Okay. You want no, one session will be there on Thursday.
Okay.
So that will be an additional session. I think I would probably maybe cover some, like, some problems which I find related to all the topics, important topics.
Right, right. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So good night.
Yeah. Thank you so
I'm
much.
ending this. Okay, you're welcome.